and welcome back to Level Up with Virginie. This is the first bonus episode of the career transition series, and today we are going to discuss why career transition starts with you. And it's going to feel a bit more personal and vulnerable than usual, but let's dive in. I recently reflected back on what I wish I'd known when I did my first career transition, and the answer came back to me immediately. I wish I started with me. And let me explain what I mean there. Nobody seeks change at any point in their life because everything is going perfectly. Your life and your career is perfect. Career transition are triggered by something, right? Restlessness, disappointment, exhaustion, sense of something inside of you out of sync, or it might be a mix of them. And if you're like me, a doer, you push through, you keep going, you get things done, right? But the question I never stopped to ask myself was, am I actually okay? With time, I came to realize while jobs come and go and opportunities come and go, the relationship you have with yourself, that's the one constant in your life. And you have two scenarios here. You can either have a very healthy relationship with yourself where you believe in yourself, you are your biggest fan and you're great cheerleader and you're lucky. Or second scenario is that you don't. And for a very long time, I had a very complicated relationship with myself. And honestly, my confidence was low and my self-worth was fragile. And for me, sadly, for many years, career conversation just would make me so emotional. The truth is that changing your career when you don't truly believe in yourself will make the undertaking not impossible, because I'm a proof that you can do it, but so much harder, like pushing a huge rock uphill. So the message here is it is so important that whatever you're looking to build in the future, make sure you build it on strong foundation. Now, before we dive in further, I want to discuss something important. What I'm talking about today can show up in different ways and at different level of intensity. If you're currently in a dark or difficult place mentally, my heart goes to you. And I really encourage you to get the support you need. That might be speaking to a mental health professional or simply opening up to someone you trust. I'm here to share my own experience and the tools that helped me, but I'm not a health professional. So if you're overwhelmed by this conversation, please seek help first. Now, let's talk about the step you can take in your life to work on yourself during your career transition. The objective I want you to have here is to move from unconscious state to conscious state, to stop operating from old fears, old wounds, old stories. And that is not easy and that's not fast, but you can work toward it. Now, here are the 5 steps to support you for that journey of starting with yourself. Number 1 is to create time alone. Wake up early, stay up late, block an hour in your calendar, whatever works for you. You need uninterrupted time with yourself. And during that time, I want you to observe and assess 3 things: your repeated thoughts, your relationship, and your triggers. Which move on nicely to my second point. Number 1 is to rewrite the story in your head. If by paying attention to your thoughts, you realize that you tend to think about negative experience from the past, or you're being unkind to yourself a lot, here's what I want you to do. Write down all the negative thoughts you had in the, let's say, past 24 hours. Then, in the second step, I want to challenge you to do the following things. When it's happening to you next, Can you take control back and stop the negative loop in your head? Can you view some of the stories about your life in a different light that is more accountable and empowering? For example, can you shift "I've failed before and what if I fail again" to "I've overcome everything so far and I can and I will handle what comes next"? Remember, if only you know what's happening in your mind, why not changing the script? So you become the hero of your own story instead of being the victim of it. Here's a couple of prompts questions that might be useful here. What stories am I telling myself about my life? If I were the hero of my story, what would I tell myself to do next? The next one is my favorite if you are the kind of person that replays or are actually living through a difficult experience. What is this situation trying to teach me? What are lessons I need to learn here? Okay, now let's move on to our third step, which is evaluate your relationship. Look at who you spend the most time with. Do these people have your back? I actually saw recently a video from this woman explain the simple test to know if people in your life have your best interest at heart. And she explained it like this. She said, when you share a win, do they do these two things? Are they curious and enthusiastic? And she said, this is how you know. And of course, in a relationship, you can't escape, your close family, your boss, but many, you can choose. So protect your energy. Spend time with people who want you to rise. Notice your triggers. Triggers are personal clues. They are pointed to something inside you that you need attention. For me, they show up as this sinking feeling inside of me after just an innocent comment, or there are topics that make me feel insecure or jealous or upset. What are your triggers? Don't judge it, learn from it. And ask yourself, what is this reaction trying to show me? How can I reframe this so I can heal it? Triggers are teachers. If you want to dive deeper into this topic, I invite you to listen to videos from Peter Cran on this topic, and I will link it below. Last but not least, step number 5 is to bring joy back into your life. Career transition can feel heavy, as is working on yourself. So do yourself a favor and add something light to your life. Do something that has no purpose except make you feel alive, with no productivity and goal or no link towards your goal at all. I remember the one thing I used to do in that sense was taking painting class, and it can be anything like taking dance class or going to watch a movie. I'll let you decide what is it for you. But in my experience, balancing effort with joy is not optional. It's absolutely essential. Now we come to the end of this video. Here are things I want you to take away. Number 1, you have far more power over your life than you think. Number 2, when you believe in yourself, everything, and I mean everything, including your career transition, becomes easier. So give yourself time. This work isn't done overnight, but the reward, over time, you will build a strong, grounded sense of self, the kind that can carry you through any challenge. And number 3, remember, whatever is happening in your life is happening for you and not to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and follow for more, and I'll see you soon.